First step to installing the Quik-Therm 936 system is to install a foam gasket on the top and bottom plates of the wall assembly. This helps seal the top and bottom plates when installing the Quik-Therm panel, similar to a gasket on a freezer lid when you close it. From here, we will then install a bead of canned foam, roughly a quarter, half-inch wide. Feel free to be liberal. This is also used to seal the Quik-Therm panel to the assembly. We're now dropping our panel into place. We'll make sure that our embedded plywood strapping lines up with our framing members and also is flush to our top plate. We'll now use a pass load nailer and nail the embedded framing members into the studs. We could also use collated screw gun to install fasteners as well. Either way, it's pretty quick. Next, we need to fill in our extra foot. Our panels are 8 feet. This wall is 9. So we measure and mark, and then come in with a skill saw to score the panel and cut the battens with a 1-inch minimum depth. From there, we line up that scored cut with the hot wire cutter, drop the wire into the slot, pass the wood, turn on the wire cutter, and allow it to finish the panel with a clean, straight cut with no mess. Now we'll foam our cut piece. Anywhere a Quik-Therm panel meets another Quik-Therm panel, we need foam. Whether it's the tongue and groove, top and bottom, wherever there's foam meeting foam, use foam. Apply the piece, put it in place, and then fasten it so it's secure. Next, we use tape and cover our seam. This is an important part of our air barrier system. It adds a layer of redundancy to the air barrier, as well as keeps the weatherization laminate cohesive. We roll out our tape to make sure that there is adequate adhesion between the tape and the panel. And now we move on to our next piece. Our next piece is roughly 37 inches. So we cut off our cut piece. And now we're going to measure out a 5-inch kerf cut to install our 5-inch wide plywood corner piece. We've designed this wall assembly to have a corner and a window to show you how both are installed. We line up our hot wire cutter with the line that we've drawn. We set the depth of the cutter with the pin so it drops only 3/4 of an inch. And when we turn on the machine, it will fall and cut on that line. It will only fall to 3/4 of an inch, which is the depth of our corner plywood. And now we will slowly pull the panel towards us, and the hot wire cutter will finish the cut and remove the foam so the plywood can be installed over top. Now we run our foam along our gasket and panel, drop in our cut piece with the curved corner, and we fasten through the embedded plywood strapping into the framing members. And now we're going to install our 5-inch wide rib plywood into the corner framing members over the curve cut. Time to cut the additional 1-foot piece. We also do the curve cut on the 1-foot piece. Now time to install. We use our foam along the gasket, and where foam meets foam, nail it in place, nail in our corner, use tape along the seam. As well, we run tape along the vertical and roll all the tape out to make sure proper adhesion. Time to cut our last piece. Simply cut it at the cutter, form all the joints, fasten through the embedded strapping into the corner, and then we run a bead of tape along our foam joints and roll it out. Lastly, we install wind devil washers with screws in between each batten of the top and bottom plate, so we have an 8-inch fastening schedule all the way along the top and bottom plate. This is important to make sure that we achieve our air barrier. Our final time is 14:25. With a 72 square foot wall, we have 12 seconds per square foot. Now we're onto our window. We'll cut it out with the Sawzall through the embedded strapping and the foam, along the frame, on the top and bottom. In this assembly, we actually had the batten run right onto the stud. So we used a skill saw to score the batten to allow us to come in with our Sawzall and cut the rest of the foam out. And out pops the window. To install our cladding attachment around the window, we use a hot knife cutter with a moldable knife that we mold to 3/4 inches thick by 3 inches wide, so it can easily fit one of our embedded plywood strapping. Then we insert the strapping into that groove and fasten it back to the frame members. The window ends up being about 3.5 minutes. Last, we'll show the corner, installing our ripped plywood along the curve cut of the other corner that we assembled. And the final step is to install an Evo flashing tape along the corner. It has a seam in the middle or a split. You peel off the back tape, press it down on the one side, and then you go around to the other and simply do the same thing. Peel off the back and make sure to leave as few gaps, fish mouths, as possible. The next step is to come in with your roller and complete the corner by rolling it out and making sure that there's adequate adhesion, no gaps, no seams, no holes, and that will complete the install. Thank you very much. We appreciate the opportunity.